Uddeshya here. If you don't know me, I am on a mission to build area domination infrastructure for real estate agents so that they never run out of clients. Now, the focus of today's video is to discuss a spectrum from the worst way of getting listing to the best way of getting listing. Now, don't get me wrong, even the worst way will get you listings. But what's the difference between a worst and the best way of getting listing? A worst way will get you listing accidentally by chance. It is not systemized, it is not predictable. You might get one listing in a year or maybe in 5 6 months, every 5 6 months. Like, you get the point. But the best way of getting listing will get you listings consistently on a monthly basis or on a whole yearly basis, like getting 40 listings every single year consistently and predictably. That's called the best way of getting listing. And getting one listing a year or 10 listing a year and next year you just get zero listings using that same method is accidental listing. And any way of getting listings accidentally is the worst way of getting listings. Okay, so first I'm going to cover worst ways of getting listing. And first let's discuss 5 worst ways that you should totally avoid if you are a real estate agent and you are thinking of using them to get listings. Please avoid those. First is billboards, second is TV ads, third is magazine and newspaper ads. The paper medium. Don't advertise on paper medium. Just sold postcards and spamming Facebook groups. These are the 5 things that you should totally avoid as a real estate agent if you want to get successful listings. Now, why billboards? Just tell me, like, what's the last time you have actually paid attention and took action on a billboard? And when was the last time when you saw a local business on a billboard and you actually called that? It's rare. So billboards are not a good way for you to get listings. Please avoid those. TV ads are also like that. They are awareness driven, not action driven. And there are better ways than TV ads to advertise your services as a video ad, but not in TV. So please avoid TV ads because it will just consume your money unnecessarily and you will not get any good results because they are not action driven, they are awareness driven. They are good for big companies who are global companies and whose first priority is to get awareness for that their product, for their service, because it is a newly launched product. That's why they spend millions of dollars on TV ads shooting them professionally. So TV ads are good but not for real estate agents, so please avoid if you are even thinking of them. Avoid magazine and newspaper ad, please. I am talking about the physical medium, paper medium. If you are seeing this video, then please ask your neighborhood peoples, like they do even use newspaper right now. Out of 100 maybe you will find 3 or 4 who actually buy newspaper and read those newspaper, and not only read but actually get influenced by the advertisement on that newspaper. The physical medium, the paper medium, is a declining industry, and you should not advertise on declining industry where you don't have a good targeted audience. You cannot target a particular section of audience on a newspaper. Once you advertise on newspaper, it get delivered to everyone. Now, not just everyone, because the growth is declining, so the user base is also declining. Even in your city, not many people use newspaper. So please avoid. I humbly request that you should avoid billboards, TV ads, newspaper ads. And also the fourth one, which is just sold postcards. I don't know where you get this idea that you will get listings by promoting just sold postcard to your neighborhood or your leads. Trust me, you will not get. If it is a personalized one, that's another story. You may get some listings, but then it is a time-consuming activity if you personalize every postcard, which not many real estate agents do. So avoid just sold postcard. They are not worth your time or money. Will go to dustbin most of the time. And not even personalized. If they are personalized, they may get you listing. They may give you that initial bump, but it is a time consuming activity and there are better ways to get leads, nurture those leads into listings than sending traditional postcards. So, the fifth worst way to think you will get listings and buyers also is spamming Facebook group. There are many real estate agents who spam Facebook groups. At this point of recording video, I have joined like many several real estate groups to actually network with actual agents, but I'm unable to find genuine groups. Maybe I have found one or two group, but they are also not actually genuine where advisors are sharing the network is being built. They are just bombarded with the listings to get attention from other agents, to get referrals, or other buyers to get referrals. So please avoid spamming Facebook group in order to get listings. You will not get any listing, and if you get, that would be by chance. After spamming hundreds of groups for hundreds of days, you will get a listing. I'm not saying that you will not get a listing. You may get a listing, but it is by chance. It is the worst way of using your time to get listing, where you can use the same amount of time and maybe have gotten a good reputation, good amount of listings. So please avoid spamming Facebook groups. Just stop it completely. So now the ways that I'm going to talk comes into the worst section, but they are not actually totally worst. Here is the total worst, and here is the like medium worst, where the medium worst will get you listings, but because there are better ways available in this era, in this time, in this decade, so they lie here. But if I were like recording this video at 2012, 2012, 2011, I would have recommended door knocking in a better way. Like it is one of the best strategy at that time. But right now there are better ways to get listings, so please avoid this. So like not totally avoid. If you are a totally new real estate agent who don't have money but have plenty of time, door knocking can be a great way to build network actually. If you knock 100 doors a day, you might not get any listing on that day, but you will make connection to at least 10 of them, a good connection which may get you referrals. So door knocking is still a good way, but it is not a best way. If you have funds, if you have like the time to actually use your mind, then I would recommend better ways to get listings than door knocking. For those who are just starting out, door knocking can be a viable way, but not the best way. Hunting referrals. You should not go and beg for referrals. That is another worst way of getting listings. If referrals come directly to you, then that's the whole fucking another story. But how will referrals come directly to you when you build network, when you build the client base? The old clients will refer to their friend circle or their family circle if you service those clients well. And if you have a good network within a real estate industry or like with local businesses, then you get referrals. But if you just go around and beg for referrals, you might not get any referrals. So spend the time that you like personally inclining to beg for referrals to build a network, to use other ways that I'm going to share in this video in the best section to get listing, to get clients, service them well, and they will refer you. Build a network. So begging referral is not a good way to get listing, but if referrals come to you by building a network and reputation within your client base that you already have will get you referrals, and that is the best way. Not begging for it, but let it come. So another like medium vast way of getting listing is farming area by hosting parties, events, or like charities. Charities are good. I'm not against charities. They are good, but like in terms of practicality, they are good and worst. Ac- Like hosting parties, I'm talking mainly. So, for newbies, like for those who are just stepping into real estate industry and they are in this industry for a year, I would not recommend that you organize hosting farming areas by hosting parties or events or local gatherings. Please don't do that. The amount you spend on those gatherings, spend that same amount on other mediums to get listings, to get leads, to nurture those leads. Then you will utilize your money well. But if you are an established agent like who is in this industry for 3 to 5 years, who have a good client base, who have a good network, then having local parties, having local gathering once a year or twice a year would be a best way to build that connection even stronger. And if you compare between a newbie and an established agent who have authority, reputation, and trust in this area, will get more crowd in their gathering than compared to a newbie. So, if you are a new real estate agent, avoid hosting parties, avoid social gatherings, avoid local events if it is costing you money, lots of money. Like even if it costs you like $2,000, I would recommend spend that $2,000 in the ways that I'm going to share, and you will get for sure listings rather than hosting parties and get no listings. But as you progress on your career, I would recommend that after 3 to 5 years, you start organizing some social events, social gatherings yearly on a yearly basis just to nurture your old client base, to build trust, to build connection even deeper. Use parties to build a network, not to get clients. At least in this stage, you will regret if you go in this route, because with the same amount of money that you can invest on hosting parties, that same amount of money can get you more leads, get you more listings than it would get you with hosting parties. So it is worst and best in that scenario. Hosting open houses, it is good. Like as we are moving down our list, we are in a spectrum where we lies here. So they are not entirely worst, they are not entirely best. They works, they will get you listing, but they are not like a better use of your time. They are not scalable. So hosting open houses, it works, but scope is limited. You can organize open houses and maybe your neighborhood comes. Maybe none of them comes. Maybe a nearby neighborhood also come, but the scope is limited. A whole city cannot have an visited, cannot have visited your open house event. It is not possible because of the space limitation and because there is no like drive for people to actually visit your open houses. But you can increase its scope by creating a virtual tour of that open house and uploading it to like YouTube, your social media accounts, advertising that virtual tour on various platforms, various marketing online platforms, or you can upload it to your website, or you can refer it to your WhatsApp group and have it shared among other circles. Then that's a scalable way. Then you increase the limit by having a virtual tour. Open house. So when you organize an open house, have an open mind. Like don't just have an open house to get buyers. In most of the case, the buyers that you will get during your open house need to sell their home first to get the funds to buy a new house. So when you organize an open house, treat each of your guests as they could either be a potential buyer or could be a potential seller. Maybe they don't have an intention to buy that home, but that does not mean they don't have an intention to sell a home, sell their own home. They might have. So build connections. Use open houses to build deep relationships, and you will not regret. Standalone Google display ads. Like what is display ad? When you visit a blog post, when you read a online newspaper, online news article, you will see that the website is loaded with ads. Those are called display ads. Now, using display ads as alone as a real estate agent is not a good way. It's not a good strategy. You will waste your money and the conversion rate will not be good. But using display ad as retargeting ads to retarget your database that you already have becomes a viable strategy because of its nature. Its nature is push. Like when you have your ads displayed on website, you have a strict intent that you want to get the attention, push the attention towards your services. But if you use it as a standalone, not any other medium like Google search or local ads that we are going to discuss later in this video, then you will regret because you will not get as good as conversions and as qualified. So now we are transitioning into the best ways of getting listing. So as the list progress, we will discuss more and more better ways of getting listings. So CMAs, it is our first way of getting listings. So CMA means comparative market analysis. You already might be new about this, like what does a comparative market analysis mean? But if you not, it simply means that you compare the leads property with the property that you or your brokerage have sold in the past 12 months. They should share the same attribute, same plans, floor plans, like same area, same types of structure, and then you compare the property that you have sold and the client, the lead that you're reaching out, and give them a comparative market analysis of how much their property might be worth at this point in time. And you do this at a scale. You use to personalize it even more. You use Google Earth on your phone, have an screen record it, and do a comparative market analysis on that Google Earth. Zoom out, zoom into your leads house, zoom into your house that you have sold, and compare both of these and send it to each single lead one by one. It definitely consumes your time and demands energy, but it would be worth your time. However, the prerequisite that you must have is that you must have a database. It would not work to get leads as better as it would work to nurture the database that you already have, either in form of old clients, new leads, or expired listing. You can find so many expired listings by visiting the listing platforms. You can search and get expired listings, have them in your database, and send these personalized videos to them, and they might show you interest in hiring you as an agent or discussing more about how you can help them sell the home at the price that you have discussed in that CMA. Or you can also include free CMA in your offer to get more leads, like you have an offer as an agent that the services that you will offer to your upcoming clients, you can include a free CMA in that offer. But the most important thing is, because it is a free CMA, people might think it is not as valuable because it is a free thing. So you need to put your expertise, give great value in that CMA. Only then you will build trust, not just have some spammy or unprofessional CMA. Give your expertise, give the value, and it need not be long. Just a 2 minute or 1.5 minute CMA will do the job. Send it at a scale. The another like way is you can have one CMA for your entire area, and you can do a rigorous comparative market analysis at an scale, and you can send that general personalized CMA to each of your lead without needing to create personalized CMA for each single lead. But it would work less effectively as if you send individually to each of your lead, but still it would work well. The second way is to personalize direct mail. Personalized direct mails can get you leads which can later be converted as listings, it consumes your time and energy as you are reaching homeowners one by one. People will read it and trust you as you write it actually for them personally. So they will trust you, but they might not call you or become your leads, not because you are a bad person, you are not because you are a bad agent. That simply means that they might not be interested at this point in time in discussing buying or selling their property. So, but if you send these personalized letters to to homeowners, you will build connection and they may refer other circles to you, their friend circle and their family circle to you. If you don't have budget or fear cold calling and door knocking and has plenty of time, you can go this route and send few dozens of these daily. It's not scalable, so know that. So what I would personally recommend, that if you want to test personalized letters, send personalized letters daily, and once you have those couple of leads, interested leads, nurture those leads, and once you get that listing and sold that listing, please move on to the next better ways of getting listing by investing money to make it scalable, to make it worth your time, and get even more quality listings, to get even more better listings, to get more number of listings. Treat it as a business. Cold calling, even though it is a traditional way of marketing, but trust me, cold calling still works to get listings. It demands less work and energy than door knocking or personalized letters. It's still tough for an introvert, but practice will make you better. Need to accept rejections because you will get a lot of rejections, but treat each rejection as one step further to get one yes, to get that lead, to get that listing. Make rejections your friend. It is scalable by hiring cold callers. Need to learn from each failed cold call to make another call better. Treat it as scientific experiment with sales, persuasion and influence. You will get better at sales when cold calling. You will get better at persuasion when cold calling. So treat it as scientific experiment and learn from each of your failed cold call and ask why it has failed. Improve for the next call and do it at a scale. Do it for each call and you will get better. Ideal for beginner with no budget and have patience and consistency of dialing 80 to 100 numbers a day. If you don't have consistency and patience and discipline, then this route is not for you. Cold call for leads or just to get people who have shown even a little interest in buying or selling. Then you nurture them with systematic follow ups into listings and buyers. Cold call for getting leads. And once you get leads, you need to nurture them. Another best way of getting listing is to use Facebook and Instagram live. If you have Facebook friends, especially from the area that you belong or area that you serve or the neighborhood area, if you have a decent friends list on Facebook, then please, I request, it is one of the best way of getting listing and build that reputation, authority and trust that a real estate agent need in his career to get success. So come live once a month for an hour discussing the projects that you have done for the clients in that month or previous months, some tips for your friend list on how to sell or buy a home. Just have a casual business talk in a friendly manner so that people enjoy that life. Don't be a robotic. Have treat it like you are talking to, like you have 500 friends, you are talking to 500 actual friends, giving them valuable knowledge, sharing them your insights by sharing the properties that you have sold and how you can help them sold their properties at a higher rate, and they will become your listings, they will become your clients. And if they didn't become your clients, you will over time build a great trust with them, and they might become the future clients or will refer their own friends or family to you. So another best way of getting listing is using Facebook community. Trust me, it is a so underserved way of getting listing. Building a local Facebook community is a genuine way of getting leads. It is a gold mine of leads actually. This is your database that is engaged on daily basis, sharing news in the area or event information. The most important thing with Facebook community is it needs to be active. So act as a local, engaging as a local on this group, and on regular basis you can share home buying and home selling tips, valuable tips, but don't overdo it. Like don't spam with tips and don't spam with your listings daily. Have a weekly calendar that you will share valuable tips on those particular days, and rest of the time of the week you will just act like a local, talking to a local person, engaging with other people's posts, engaging in the comments, and engaging in this community, because this local community will belong to your area. So people will share information regarding your area, news regarding your area, or any function they are organizing in that area. So be invested in this community as a local, and you will get listings. You will build a very strong network actually. Also share your listings because you may get potential buyers. Once you have listings, also share those listings in that group. Don't overdo it. Share it professionally. Like don't bombard listings every single day. The same listing. You get a listing, you share it once, you share a video, a virtual tour of it, and that's it. Be strategic. Don't turn your Facebook community, a, which could be a gold mine, into a spam. Let it be a gold mine and have your gold. So, don't take it lightly. A Facebook community is an active database, so each member is worth taking care of, because you will get future clients even from those who you think as less valuable leads, in the form of referrals or as future clients. You can use Facebook ads to get group members or by promoting it in your friend, family, and neighborhood. Being active is important. If the group is not active, then it will lose its power. Another way of getting listings, the best way of getting listing, another best way is to use Google local service ads and search ads. Now, what does Google local service ads looks like? As you can see on my screen, it looks like this. On top, there are local service ad of agents near me. Google is the number one search engine, and there are people who are actively looking for real estate agents, home buying, and selling advice on Google. Run targeted Google local service ad and search ad for your ideal demographics. You will get leads for sure if you have budget for it. You can learn it on your own through trial and error, through courses, through coaches, or you can hire a good marketing agency to run your campaigns for you and have guaranteed leads every single month. Another best way of getting listing is Facebook ads, running Facebook ad. It looks like this, like it is a sample ad on my screen. Facebook is the most used social media platform, so you can't ignore the power of it to get seller and buy leads. Lead quality is poor on Facebook, so you need to heftily nurture them to find qualified lead, because it is not a search engine like Google. Facebook is not a search engine. It is a social media platform which is intended to use to communicate or get entertained with your circle. So people use Facebook with different intentions to entertain or communicate. So the intent gets weaker and thus lead quality gets weaker. Whereas on YouTube, for example, people are using it, YouTube or Google, as a search engine to learn or get entertained, but not communicate as Facebook. You cannot communicate as effectively as you can do on Facebook, on Google, or YouTube. They Those two platforms have totally different intent, so treat them like that. Many real estate agents use Facebook to generate good amount of leads for their database, and following up with them over a period of time to convert into listings. There are many marketing agencies offering Facebook ads for real estate, number of courses and coaching programs made on it, so you can go through them to learn or get leads. Now, this is the fun part. It is actually the best way of getting listing YouTube ads, buyers and sellers. Now, there are like few more left and each of them is the best way of getting listing. Not just one, but each of them is highly recommended that you use at least one of them or each of them. Now, what I'm going to discuss, please, because they are highly powerful, they can get you listings for your lifetime. YouTube ads is one of the best way, if not the best way to get listings and buyers. Reasons? It is the second largest search engine. It is visually dominating. It is a big one. YouTube is visually dominating. It resonates with real estate industry. Real estate industry is a visually dominating industry. You cannot ignore that. No one can ignore that. Real estate industry is a visually dominating industry, and so does the YouTube. That's why you cannot ignore the power of YouTube ads to get real estate a- leads, sellers leads and buyers leads, and later nurture them to convert into listings and actual buyers. It is highly effective and target. YouTube ads are highly effective and they can be highly targeted too for your demographics. They are less expensive than Facebook ads or Google search ads, and you will get highly qualified leads. You need to have good budget to test different ads and find one which is profitable generating leads. Once that happens, you can increase your budget or reduce to get predictable amount of leads which you will nurture into listings. So unl- similarly, like you will use different marketing platform, advertising platform, you need a budget to test to find which ads work better, and then you can ramp up the budget to get predictable amount of listings every single month. You can run yourself by learning the intricacies of it through trial and error. You can learn YouTube ad yourself by investing the test budget, learning through trial and error, different courses, your own intelligence, or you can hire a coach to teach it to you, or you can hire a marketing agency and let them run all those things for you, and you will get predictable amount of listings. Now the another most important way, actually it is the most important, as I said, whatever ways I'm going to now discover share are all the best ways of getting listings. So 12-month follow-up nurturing sequence. Listings are a product of leads or referrals. First, leads will come and then listings. You cannot say that, okay, bring me listings directly. No. First, you will get interested people who have shown either interest on buying or selling a property. Those are called leads. Then you will nurture those particular leads, particular seller leads, and then you will get listings. So first step is leads, and how you nurture them? Through a hefty follow up sequence. Through a hefty nurturing sequence. If you don't nurture or follow up with your leads, you will not get any listings, or you may get listings without even nurturing those. But if you nurture those leads, then you will get more listings than you will get without nurturing them. So it's table on the money that you are leaving. So there are dozens of ways I shared to get listings from worst to best in this video till now, but you will only have leads and no listing if you don't follow up with the interested buyers and sellers. If you want listing, follow up with sellers. If you want buyers, follow up with buyers. For the ways that I have shared in this video will get you leads, not listing. But if you follow up, if you use all the ways, even the worst ways, and you follow up with those leads that these ways have got you, then you will get listings. You must have a good follow up and nurturing sequence, ideally 6 month or 12 month, because most of them may not want to sell in coming weeks but have plan in coming months or year. Till now, if you have a great long follow up system, if before watching this video you already have a 6 month or 12-month long follow up nurturing sequence, then you might have converted more people as clients than you left without, because you left those clients as you don't have any nurturing sequence. So if you have that follow up system, on one hand you are converting 10% of your leads, on another you can ramp up the percentage by 20% if you have a good follow up system over a period of time, because those 100 leads who have shown interested in selling their property, they can sell their property in coming months, in coming years. And you, if you continue to follow up with them, versus if you don't follow up with them, maybe only 1 out of 100 actual leads, actual qualified leads may sell their property in coming weeks, but the rest of them may sell in coming months, in coming years. So have a proper follow-up system if you don't want to lose, if you don't want to leave any money on the table. A follow-up system will be your lifeblood. Personal brand, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Ideally, the best way to get listing. Again, it is also a best way to get listing, and ideally, the best way of getting listing. You know why? Let's see. You don't need to cold call, door knock, or run any type of ads, and you will still get lots of client and referrals on autopilot. The only drawback is it takes 16 to 18 months of consistency and hard work on producing great valuable content to start getting highly qualified leads every month on autopilot. So it demands time, a set period of time of 16 to 18 months of consistently posting content on various platforms. I would recommend that you should get listing using other ways that I shared in this video. The best ways that I have shared in this video, use them and get listings, start getting listings. And in the meanwhile, start building your personal brand through creating content either on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. YouTube is highly recommended. And then use that YouTube content to create Instagram and Facebook content by repurposing the YouTube video. Slowly, personal brand will partially or totally replaces as the single best way to get listing. After those 16 to 18 months of hard work, consistency and iteration, like making each video better than the previous video, if you do that over time for a 16 to 18 month, you will no longer need to run any kinds of ad, or not need it to get same amount of listing. You can run ads and get more listing, but if you don't run ad, you will still get listings. You don't need to cold call, don't need to door knock or send personalized letters, and you will still get listing. Okay, so retargeting ads, it is the cheapest way to get listing, but you need to have some kind of database for it. Put that database on retargeting ads campaign on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Google. Choose Facebook or YouTube if you want to start retargeting ads with just one platform, and then Google. The database will nurture itself and you will see faster results because you are not getting leads here, but you are nurturing leads that you already have to convert into listings sooner than they would. So, if you are even doing cold calling or door knocking to get those database to get leads, then put those leads again in that campaign, in retargeting campaign, and you will nurture those leads faster and get your first listing or upcoming listing faster than you would normally get. So we have discussed the best and the worst ways of getting listing, but that's not all. Let me share the single best way of getting 3 plus listings every month. So it is area domination infrastructure. An infrastructure that will give you real freedom over listing. Stop relying on marketing agencies, coaches, or courses to get you listings. Let us build your personal area domination infrastructure and deliver it to you. So the thing is, we will build this your personal area domination infrastructure that will get you 3 plus listings consistently every single month and buyers for those listings so that you can sell those listings as soon as possible and have your commission in your pocket. So that's the power of our area domination infrastructure. And once we deliver it to you, you don't even need us. You can kick us out and we will gladly be kicked, because the motive of this area domination infrastructure to give you real freedom over listings, to give you real freedom over your business as a real estate agent. You don't even need to rely on us. So if you want to know more about how this infrastructure works and what's the deal about it, what's so special about it, click on the first link in the description and it will redirect you to a page where I have created a detailed video on this infrastructure and all the details about it. So to be transparent, the motive of that video and that link in the description is to get you on a call and sell something. But I don't care if you don't want to click on it, but feel free to. If you are struggling with getting clients and you don't want to put all that work by yourself, let us build that infrastructure and deliver it to you. And you will have listings for lifetime to come and buyers for those listings. So I hope I have provided some genuine value in this video. So if you like this video, please comment something about this video and any question if you have. I would be glad to answer your questions. Any questions? Subscribe the channel to know to get more detailed videos in the future covering and going in depth into the ways of getting listing, ways of nurturing listings, ways of dominating your area. There is lot to come in this channel, so have that subscribe and have a like, and I will meet you in the next video. That's all for today's video.